Third grade, text set 14, drawn to study biography. Have you ever heard of Bessie Coleman? In 1921, she became a licensed pilot. That was amazing for a woman, and Bessie was an African-American woman. Over the next few days, we'll be reading non-fiction books and called biographies. Who knows what a biography is? A biography is a true story about a person's life written by someone other than that person. This book is a biography of Bessie Coleman, a pilot back when planes were a very new invention. Bessie Coleman was the first African American to get a pilot's license. But when Bessie was a girl, women and African American were not allowed to fly planes in this country. Bessie overcame many obstacles to become a pilot. Nobody Owns the Sky. The story of a brave Bessie Coleman was written by Reeve Lindbergh and illustrated by Pamela Paperon. Brave Bessie was the name people gave to the young pilot Bessie Coleman back in the 1920s when she flew as a daredevil stunt flyer in air shows all over the United States. Born in 1892, the daughter of a Native American father and African American mother, she grew up at a time when it was difficult for any woman to become a pilot, but for a black woman it seemed impossible. All the same, Bessie followed her dream, and in 1921 she became the first licensed black aviator in the world. So, the introduction tells us some background information about Bessie. The word aviation is another word for pilot. I wonder how Bessie became a pilot in spite of the obstacles in her way. There was a young woman who wanted to fly, but the people said, "Kiss that wish goodbye. The sky's too big and the sky's too high, and you never will fly, so you'd better not try." But this woman laughed, and she just said, "Why? Nobody owns the sky." Up above flew the dove and the raven too, with the redbird's red and the bluebird's blue, and the brown hawks circling far and few, and the call of the swallows that follow the dew. When the high wild geese come traveling through, with the wind on their wings, flying free, flying true, she called to them all, and she said, "Hey you, I'm coming up there too." Bessie Coleman grew up a century ago in a cabin built near where the creek waters flow. She worked picking cotton as white as the snow, and watched cottony clouds up above come and go. Bessie wished she could rise up and fly high and low over Texas a long time ago. So the author is telling a story, but she has written it like a poem. What do you notice that makes it seem like a poem? Bessie's mother had not learned to read or write, but her children were raised to be eager and bright. Bessie worked hard at school, and she dreamed about flight. People said she was crazy. It wouldn't be right. You're a girl, not a man, and you're not even white. But did she stop dreaming? Not quite. So Bessie was fascinated with flying in the sky. Look at the bulletin board in Bessie's classroom. What clues does the illustrator provide that helps you know this? Look at the plane that's on her desk. Look at the sky that she drew. She went off to college and wanted to stay, but it cost so much money that she couldn't pay. She moved to Chicago and worked every day at the White Sox barber shop, earning her way. "White men can fly, why can't I?" she would say, but the flying schools turned her away. Bessie manicured nails while the barber cut her hair, and she dreamed about flying but didn't know where. That one day, someone said, "Fly in France, they won't care that you're black and a woman." So Bessie went there. So she was young, tough, and smart. She had courage to spare, and she took like a hawk to the air. Bessie came home a pilot, so happy and proud she could ride Jaden Bethay, what are you done with? All of them? Oh, wow, you are. Okay. Jaden Bethay, then you can leave, sweetheart. Bye. Jamaria. Give me 1 second. Alright, Jamaria. Is that the only one you're missing? Yep, that's it. Alright, Jamaria, you can leave the meeting. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. So I'm just waiting for Malika, Kamaya, Deanna, Jamaria, and Michael Briasia. Kamaya, you have a question?
Miss Mom, on Friday, I'm not gonna be able to come to the class. Like my aunt, she got the girls take out. I'm missing my class.
Okay, but can you can still do your assignments, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I still want you to do your assignments. Kamaya, I still need you to get your read aloud done, so get it done, please. You're still working on it, okay? Continue to work on it. Don't leave the meeting. Do not leave the meeting. Okay. Oh, crud. Oh, uh-oh. Bessie came home a pilot. So happy and proud, she could ride on the wind, glide and spin in the cloud. Parachute loop the loop, Bessie drew a huge crowd. When she flew over airports or fields barely plowed, her courage and daring had everyone wowed. Brave Bessie, they shouted out loud. On the ground, Bessie lectured to crowds big and small. People gathered in church or inside the town hall. Come and fly, boys and girls, black or white, short or tall. Come and fly, everybody, come answer my call. The air has no barrier, boundary, or wall. The blue sky has room for us all. Alright, so the word lecture means to give a speech or to talk to people to teach them about something. Why do you think Bessie lectured to people? Bessie's life was not long, but she flew far and wide. In Chicago, showed off a rich Thorfon glide. Her air show in Boston left crowds starry-eyed, but in Jacksonville, Florida, everyone cried because Bessie's plane failed and she fell and she died. Farewell to brave Bessie, they sighed. Other young men and women soon wanted to fly, and the people said, why don't you give it a try? The sky is still big and the sky is still high, but you're bound to get there by and by. Just remember her words till the day you die. Nobody owns the sky. Look above, see the dove and the raven too, when the red bird's red and the blue bird's blue, and the brown hawks circling far and few, and the call of the swallows that follow the dew. When the high wind, wild geese come traveling through, when the wind on their wings, flying free, flying true. You can call to them all, you can say, hey you, I'm coming up there too.